What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I have some cool stuff to talk about. I think this is actually going to be really exciting. Some possible new updates on Hogwarts Legacy. More like speculation as to what's to come. But I think I'm on to something here. I think other people have begun to notice it as well, and so we're going to talk about all of that in this video. As always, and especially if you guys are new to the channel, firstly, welcome. Secondly, I've been covering Hogwarts for quite some time. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But if you guys want to subscribe, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys have the bell icon turned on. You know, I do a Hogwarts Legacy video every 2, 3, 4-ish days on this channel. If you guys want to join our Discord server, we got lots of amazing people over there willing to talk about pretty much anything. Link for the Discord is in the description below. All right, so we are going to get into Game Awards territory here, and I made a specific video weeks ago for that. So if you guys are looking for a talk just on Game Awards, you can look at that. We are going to mention it, but also I think there's honestly going to be, possibly that, possibly more stuff. So here's basically what I want to focus on. We have to be paying attention to the social medias. This is something I've talked about for a long time with Hogwarts, with Gotham Knights, and in fact, for Hogwarts Legacy and Avalanche Software, it's something that's already proven to be true in the past. When Avalanche Software, remember, they started doing weird stuff on their Twitter, including changing, I think, their logo very briefly. They or like very like not a lot of details were changed, but they did. And then the banner that they have on their Twitter was changed. And remember, that happened all within the last week before the game came out. Remember, that happened like I think the Monday before and then the week before, just in general. Both those things were changed. So, and people noticed that, and I noticed that, and we were saying, man, you do not do things like that. You don't make subtle changes that maybe people won't notice, but like, who's checking Avalanche Software's, a Twitter banner every day? You know what I mean? But if you did check it, you would know, oh, that's odd. Why would you change it? And why would you change it so close to a PlayStation event in which a lot of people thought that the game could be there, right? I mean, people thought the game would be everywhere, but still. So that's something to keep in mind. I mean, this is a proven, and it's not just, I could go through example after example. When things happen on social media, normally it means something. That's the biggest takeaway here. I'm sure I'll re-say that as the video goes on. Let's go through the entire Twitter, and let's keep in mind the dates, okay? Because we're going to notice something basically recently. Okay, so the game was announced on September 16th, one of the greatest days of my life, right? We got the announcement. We got actually a couple tweets. On September 17th, we got one. On September 21st, I'm just going to list dates. I may not even show you guys this. September 21st, September 22nd, September 23rd, September 25th. And now when we get to the 25th, a lot of these are like GIFs or like shortened clips of the trailer. Some of them are pictures. Some of them are like responding to questions. So we have September 25th, September 30th, October 5th. Okay, now all of those are within, again, like the longest period that they go is like 5 days. In fact, so September 25th to September 30th, 5 days, and then to October 5th is 5 days, right? So that was, for a couple posts there, that was pretty common that they were doing it basically every week. We can maybe even round it up to that. And before that, they were doing it almost daily, okay? But the game was just announced. The game was announced, again, on September 16th. But you go to October 5th, and that's it. A wand chooses the witch or wizard. I think that's actually the picture that got me thinking about, let me make that, or people had been asking me for the wand video, and then I saw that post. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to do it. And you guys actually, by the way, really supported that wand video, so I'm really happy. All right, so we got that. Well, then there's been nothing. And to be honest with you, I kind of forgot the last time they posted, if they posted at all, right? I follow them, but I don't really pay attention. I don't go on their Twitter daily. But then on November 17th, they posted again, Troll in the Dungeon. And again, it's one of those short clips from the trailers. Then we have November 19th, so 2 days later, Spread Your Wings with the Hippogriff. Then we have November 24th, Know Your Foes from Your Friends, and it's that little battle there with the evil guy with the mask, okay? Again, we don't know who he is yet. 5 days after the November 19th post. Now, all right, already as of the time that I'm recording this, it's been 1 week. I'm recording this the day before you guys are seeing it. I'm recording it on Tuesday. So it's been a week and a day from when you guys are seeing it. So they're already kind of breaking it, but to be quite honest with you guys, here's my gut feeling here, is something is absolutely coming. Truly. Again, I understand, like, they now they posted like Fast and Furious here for 3 basically consecutive posts, and now they've stopped. We'll have to see, by the way, if they do it. Now, actually, this could be outdated because I'm recording this earlier in the morning on Tuesday. It's very possible they post later in the day, and so when you guys are seeing it, they may have already posted again. So keep that in mind. I don't think that makes this video outdated or anything, but the main point is they're back. That's the biggest thing. They're back on social media. So the question we have to ask ourselves is why? Why would you be back on social media? You've been gone they were gone for an entire month, not just a month and a half, a full month. And I mean, it was a month and 12 days. Okay. But I'm going to round that to a month and a half. That's a long time to take off. It's not surprising because a game that comes out, again, as we've talked about, even if the game comes out September of next year, that's a full year from when it was announced. You're going to have periods where you don't talk about this game. Okay. It's going to happen. It's flat out going to happen. I would say we're about to hit a point where a lot of games aren't going to talk about themselves, and that's the late December to early January period. A lot of games go silent there, mainly because a lot of people are on Christmas, break and all that stuff. So there's going to be a lot of games that we don't hear anything on, okay? I wouldn't call it like the silence that I've always talked about on this channel, but trust me, in 2021, even with the game coming out September, October, November, whichever one you want to think, and some people, by the way, think it could come out earlier. I still see people say June, August, stuff like that. It could. It very well could. I think even if it was planned to, it probably would get delayed until the fall. I'm going to say fall just to kind of keep my expectations there. That way, if it comes out earlier, I can just be blown away. And if it comes out in October, it's like, well, okay, well, that's what I always thought. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm keeping it. I'm not going to tell you guys where to keep yours because, again, this is a channel based off of hope and the idea that these games can exist in the first place because that's kind of how this all started, right? So I think we're going to have periods of long darknesses, right? And by long, I mean like a month or two, maybe 3 months, right, at a time. I think there will be a big gap in 2021 where we don't hear about this game. But as we get really close, like the couple months before the game releases, oh my God, we're going to get a ton of stuff on this game. I almost guarantee it. Okay, I really think that's what's going to happen. But still, odd to take a month and a half off and then come back 3 times, maybe 4, depending on if it happened or not, before you guys are seeing this video. And what comes out, what happens next Thursday, the Game Awards. Now, again, I said this a week, whenever I made the video on it about the Game Awards, I said, I don't think it's going to be there. My basic answer was, I hope. I wouldn't say no to it, but I know, my expectation for it is I'm not going to expect it there, okay? However, let me say this, and let me throw this in there. In case you guys only watch Hogwarts Legacy videos, maybe you don't watch the other stuff, I want to throw in a quick tidbit that I learned from Jeff Keighley, okay? This isn't really insider knowledge, although you could maybe consider it, whatever, but he said when regards to the Game Awards, people were asking him, are we going to get like brand new things? Or can you tell us how many brand new things we're going to get? And his answer was, we're going to get brand new things, like worldwide. And these are things that are not announced yet. So Hogwarts Legacy isn't in this list. But then he said something very interesting. He said that there are games that people already know, like that exist, that people want more of. And we're going to show that too. Hogwarts Legacy fits that. Now, a lot of games fit that. Any game that's already been announced but isn't out yet would fit that criteria. But then Jeff Keighley said another thing that I found extremely interesting. He said we have long demos, like long extended gameplay things that we're going to be showing. One of the main reasons I said Hogwarts Legacy wouldn't be at the Game Awards in that video was because I was always under the impression, and they've always done this for all the years, they don't really do that. If there's a 5, 6, 7 minute gameplay thing that somebody wants to show off, the Game Awards doesn't show that. Now, maybe he's not talking about it that long. Maybe he is kind of just, like, if it's a 3, 4, 5 minute thing, that's like the max. Maybe he's only talking about that. But the fact is, he said that. So, honestly, I would say game on. I wouldn't say expect it at the Game Awards. I still wouldn't go so far. But it's a game that we already know about. It's a big game. It fits, so that fits what he said. It's also a game that could have an extended gameplay, like, feature to it. And that's what he said, too. Like, there's some games that we're going to do that with. Now, that could be Elden Ring. That could be Dying Light 2. And by the way, you're not going to have 5, 6 games that do that. That's the other thing. That's what I constantly am trying to... Again, if you guys don't watch the other videos I'm doing, because I'm doing kind of standalone videos on all of these random games that could or could not be there. And one of the main things I've said is all of them, for the most part, there's some that I've said that were kind of just for fun that people have asked me to do. But all of these have a shot at the Game Awards. They're all possible. They all fit some sort of criteria, but they can't all be there. Okay, that's the most important thing. I know people want Hogwarts Legacy. I know people want Gotham Knights, but they can't all be there. If they're going to show 2 games that last, say, even 5 minutes each for gameplay, that's 10 minutes already gone. You have your worldwide reveals. You have your announcements. You have your game awards part. You know, when you actually give the award away, there's a lot. And the show is only 2-ish hours long, so you can't show like 5 games and they're all 10-minute gameplays. You know what I mean? So that's something to keep in mind. I actually feel more hopeful now than I did 2 weeks ago when I made that video, whenever I made that video, because Jeff Keighley said new things that make me really excited. But no matter what, the biggest takeaway here, and this is important because this could, no, I'm going to make more videos on this before the Game Awards, but this is important to hear. We're not in the same situation we are now that we were last year. And it's the same thing for Gotham Knights. We're in a much better spot. The game is announced, right? I think people know that. Like, so if people are going to be really disappointed that the game is not at the Game Awards, I mean, again, I'm not going to tell you what to think or what to feel, but I won't. I mean, we're at a point where we know the game exists. We got the trailer. We're going to get more, you know what I mean? We're going to get more stuff at some point. And so it's a, you know, if people are going to like throw a fit or like attack Jeff Keighley or something like that, I wouldn't advise that. I don't really think that's fair to him when it's like, you know, nobody said it was going to be there, number one. And number two, it doesn't really need to be there because we already know, you know what I mean? Like, we're in a good spot. We're in a really good spot. And again, the final thing, and to wrap it all up, this social media stuff, combined with, by the way, the stuff that I just said, like the stuff Jeff Keighley says on its own, like I said, you can say Hogwarts Legacy fits it. You can also say Elden Ring fits it. You can say Dying Light. You could say Far Cry. You could roll down a list of games. God of War, Horizon. I can keep going, right? There's a lot of games that fit those criteria. But then the fact of the matter is the Twitter is now active again. And that's weird. Even if they don't post again until the Game Awards, why take a month and a half off and then post 3 tweets all within like a week and a half of each other? Why do that? Now, again, if they take the next 2 weeks off, then it seems a little bit more odd. But like, why would you do that? I really do think, even if not at the Game Awards, if it's not at the Game Awards, I still feel like something could be coming from Hogwarts Legacy. I really, really do. I'd always said that maybe we have to go into 2021 to get more stuff on this. I don't know. Maybe we get more stuff on this before 2021. I mean, it would be really it would be something fun for us to be able to talk about, right? But if not, no biggie. I'll still be here. You guys will still be here when this stuff happens, and we'll talk all about whatever is shown whenever it's shown, okay? Let me know, guys, in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think it's going to be at the Game Awards? What do you think about their Twitter being active? Let me know. Again, as always, make sure you guys are subscribed. More importantly, have the bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up. I try to make all the Hogwarts videos give a notification, so make sure you have that bell icon rung. Again, if you guys want to join our Discord server, the link for it is in the description below. I will be kind of live reacting to the Game Awards on Discord as well as Twitter, so if you guys want to follow me on those places, that would be a lot of fun, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.